Today we're gonna cover the #1 Clash lane player in the world for Honor of Kings, how he rotates, how he think about engaging in team fights, how his position in team fights, who does he focus when he goes in team fights. So you can have that kind of players in your team. At least you can send this to your friend, to your Clash laner, so he or she can learn from this example. Without further ado, let's quickly dive in. And by the way, this is gonna be another KPL analysis. That is right. Being the strongest, most competitive region for Honor of King in the world, and the champion team AG, All Gamers Clash laner. I'm actually really excited for this because this guy is goated. His name is Xuanran, and then I think he's FMVP. At least MVP for this match. I'm not exactly sure if he was FMVP. Last time I watched him, I don't know if you guys remember, when he played Byron, and then we watched the KPL Grand Final for this exact same season, and Xuanran was just goated. So today I decided to do a special episode just for him alone, because this guy is so goated. If we don't do a special episode, I feel like we're not doing him justice. He's too good at video games. All right, with that being said, guys, in this game 1, this is the playoff of AG All Gamers versus EDGM. Another very powerful team org in the Chinese region. I would say in the world. EG is just a worldwide organization, right? Take a look. Starting off, AG is gonna take a standard, interesting, very unorthodox, and also very AG-like, because I see this team do this quite often, which is send their marksman and the roam to the Clash lane. And then they will send their Clash laner into the farm lane, right? This way, like, the marksman can farm a little bit better, especially knowing that possibly, like, you might have a little bit more advantage if you go to the Clash lane. On the other side, Charlotte doesn't do that bad. You use skill 1 to last hit as well. So Charlotte's just staying in lane. This early game, there's not too much to see. Right now, we do see, I do want to mention right here, okay? Look at this Zhuangzi's skin. All right, let's take a look at this bottom engage right here. It seems like Xuanran wanna dive in, and then he's gonna dash in first. Took 2 tower shots and then get out of the tower range to juggle the aggro, and then got a kill onto HoK. By the way, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friend, okay? And this will be your biggest support for the channel to help the community. All right, let's take a look. Top side, by the way, you do have, along with Da Shuai, right? On the, for those who didn't know who that is, the Zhuangzi as well as Long, they got a kill onto the top laner. You have a Byron 0-1 and a HoK 0-1. So both side lanes are losing to AG. And Charlotte is still sitting at farm lane right now. You know, with Charlotte being ahead, fighting one-on-one versus HoK is gonna be very easy for him. So you can see right now, EDGM send their support to come to the Clash lane as well to help out. And this is a replay. We don't need to watch that. All right, let's take a look at this rotation. Okay, so just both lane pushing away here. Not so much happening. And Charlotte is now farming the small camp, right? The spike tail in her own lane. So camping the tri-bush. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, with Jin coming in, they're gonna quickly shove the lane. And what's the goal for that, right? Are they gonna go to mid? Are they gonna go steal the little small camp? Yeah, it seems like Jin's gonna go to just share the Clash lane farm and walk away, while Charlotte is forcing the spike tail, not spike tail, the fire peak, aka the chicken, on the bottom lane. And he's gonna steal it. It seems like he's 1v3 on the bottom lane now. Okay, he has a lot of mobility, so he's keeping his distance in that bush, just getting vision. And after he got the vision, forced the fire peak, and he's just gonna get away. So we can't see a lot of what Xuanran is doing, and you're mostly gonna see what he does in the team fight. But right now, the rotation is he's just mostly stealing farm and playing really, really safe. And this is something I noticed, by the way. The main thing that you wanna take away from all of this is how this guy treats his Clash lane. The Clash lane for Xuanran, for this specific player from AG, right, All Gamers, is mostly just not die, gain lane's advantage, right, prio, and then stay in the lane, right? He's not really going aggro, he's not really using combo, committing on the kill, even as a support, it's a marksman, doesn't matter. He stays in his lane, get lane prio, and then leave. Now he's 1v2ing at this point, right? He's so far ahead. And Long is teleporting towards the bottom side because they're trying to, well, actually he decided to stop. And they're gonna get a bottom tower with the entire team rotating towards the bottom side. So we're well done. And it's Charlotte's not even hitting the tower right now. I don't know if you guys can notice. He purposely waited until the tower destroys the cannon. Mentioning our previous KPL analysis, which is the top tier teams in China, they're very particular about 1 or 2 cannon advantage over the other team. And this snowball actually, accumulates really, really fast. Faster than you think. When I was at last EWC, and I'm really excited to see you in this upcoming EWC, by the way, we were able to interview one of the best players from Chinese region, Cat, right? He was actually in, I think his figure, at least his jersey, figure with his jersey on, was featured on the Sphere in Vegas, which is really cool. When EWC was announcing last year. One of the most, I would say, figurehead for KPL, right? I was interviewing him. I said, like, what's the difference between KPL and the rest of the region? And he said KPL is very good at prioritizing teeny objectives. What he meant was like small jungle camps. You notice when he watched the global region tournament, a lot of the small camps were not clear on the map. A lot of the cannons were not prioritized, right? Or last hitting, you know, as much as KPL region, because they pay a lot of attention to it. And that's something that you notice by Charlotte's action just now on the bottom side. Now he's going to the top lane, his bottom lane is already being pushed. And we're going to the standard AG 1-4-4-1 formation, right? If you still haven't figured out what Zhuangzi's skin is, that's a sheep. Well, actually, it's a bigger sheep and four tiny sheeps. I wish this character become more playable in solo rank. I think it is in solo rank. If you're a good support player, Zhuangzi's ultimate is actually pretty decent. But I want to get that skin. That skin is so goated. And by the way, if you want to get 20% extra tokens, use the link in the description or QR code on screen to get 20% extra tokens so you can buy the sheepskin. All right, let's take a look at the top side, Xuanran's rotation here one more time. First, this teamfight started mid with the entire side of EDGM pressuring mid tower. But it's gonna be kind of interesting how they're trying to pressure tower from Yin Zheng, right? By the way, if you don't know, this is like a king, emperor from Chinese, not mythology, Chinese history. However, you can't, you know, the thing is, it's not out in HoK global server yet, which is mostly analyzed rotation, right? So 4 people clearing mid, and because Xuanran knows their entire team is pushing mid, so he was taking advantage of that to push top tier 1 tower. Now Zhuangzi is pushing in. Let's see, they're pressuring this, and Xuanran is just waiting for Zhuangzi to go on the target, and that's gonna be Chu Chen, right? That's gonna be the Kaiser, and he goes on the same target. Very patient. That's the second thing that we notice. First thing that we talk about, we summarize a few tips, right? Number one, for Xuanran, he's really particular on last hitting, on minions. And then, well, the second tip is, in lane, he doesn't focus on one-on-one. He doesn't focus on like try to kill somebody with a combo or whatnot. He just focuses on lane priority. So clean lane, gains the lane advantage, try to steal small camps, try to clean everything on the side, right, of his lane. And then look, now let's take a look how he got himself in that position, right? He was getting vision on the Overlord, and notice that entire team's come in, and Xuanran just quickly tried to get away. He's not trying to be a hero, he's not trying to fight. And I was just watching PKL, right? The Filipino King Pro League, the King League. It's a different kind of vibe in terms of how they deal with Clash Lane, right? Because PKL, I think was Blacklist versus Boom. The Blacklist Clash Laner, when he noticed the marksman walking in, just straight up went in and committed a full combo. Whereas over here, you see the Charlotte, when he noticed people were coming, his main goal was survive, running away. He's not trying to go in. He just tried to stop himself from dying. Meanwhile, try to get as much farm as possible. He just stay in lane, make sure he doesn't lose guard, right? Lose the defense of that point of his very strategic position. Let's take a look at this. Jin goes in, not able to get a kill here. And Mozi, can he get away? Kaiser using ult. Mozi is gonna get shredded to pieces by Yin Zheng, by the mid laner. Charlotte went back home, got a full HP regen and come back, right? He's now teleporting bottom side. It's not 10 minutes yet, so he's still got to teleport. Oh yeah, look at this Byron. So obviously this just came off from a team fight. The entire side, AG is moving towards bottom side. And then the EDGM side laner Byron should know this, right? And he noticed Yin Zheng walking into this bush, which is a mage, squishy mage, with not too much mobility. So he thought he can go in here. But this is a clear contrast of Xuanran as a Clash laner versus a lot of other Clash laner I see. This is Xiaozi, is also one of the top Clash laner in the world, right? So he just went on Yin Zheng to do some damage, but just because that one little combo, look what happened, right? I think it cost him his life, right? First, also on top of it cost him the flash. And then it cost him, the support has to go in to help as well. Ooh, that support almost died also. So just because that one little combo he's trying to pull off, he wasted his flash, almost got himself killed, almost got his teammate killed. And that's why I think I like Xuanran so much. Like, it takes so much discipline to say, okay, here's a squishy mage comes in, and I'm not gonna go in. I think they're probably training him, like almost like molding him in a way where like this has to be reactionary. This has to be like something he just do, you know, like, because it's so disciplined. It's like military, you know, like he just doesn't make a mistake. Very, very goated. All right, let's continue. Let's take a look at this fight right here. Long's gonna be a split pusher because Long's ultimate. Whenever Long has ult, it's gonna be really easy for him to split push. Let's take a look at this team fight here. Kaiser has ult. And by the way, one thing I want to notice is if you look at the little hearts next to each player, right? The little hearts. That little hearts means heart rate. That's something that KPL has, no one else has. I think it's pretty cool, right? You can see the team fight right here. Kaiser tanking everything, right? Kaiser is now sitting at 144 heart rate per second. Wait, per minute, what the hell? Whereas Eno is sitting at 130, right? He's not even coming in. He's already beating pretty hard. Whereas Chu Chen is sitting at really high, you know, heart rate right now. I think it's gonna get even higher as this updates. 148 now, and then finally it's gonna slowly dying down, right? Like a little bit. 150. Wow, that's you can see the heart rate monitor. That's pretty cool. Whereas the entire side of AG is sitting pretty calm. 120. 120 is like, what is 120? 120 is like slow pace. A medium pace walk-in. That's basically the heart rate. You can talk, you can chat at the same time. Whereas 150 range, you're literally you're fast paced walk-in. Probably not that much slope. Dude, by the way, this is so cute. I just gotta say, this drone's skin, like, look, they're sending sheeps forward with skill 1. That's crazy. Let's take a look at going back to our focus, which is Xuanran's position on Charlotte. So right now the team is trying to. Well, I don't know if they want to do this Tyrant because the entire team is backing out. But Eno is pulling this thing onto the edge, pulling the Tyrant onto the edge, right? Still doing it. And then, but he's not really finishing it. He's doing it on the edge. And now when it's low enough, you got, it's just waiting for the jungler, for the Jing to come over and they get it. And meanwhile, when this thing's super low, look at what Charlotte did, right? First, you get bottom lane's position, bottom lane prio for this Tyrant. And after you get the bottom lane prio, he then marches towards this, the back end of the Tyrant to make sure that no one can flank or steal, especially Kaiser. Try to get the Kaiser is really hard to steal, by the way. Kaiser doesn't really have that much mobility. The enhanced auto can get over wall, yes, but it's not as easy as you think. Here we go. Okay, so it's taking tremendous amount of damage. The tower is gone already, and now Charlotte just walks away. So let's take a look at Charlotte one more time, right? By the way, you have Zhuangzi staying on the top of the entire formation just to block Hoi's ultimate. And Charlotte, he's not going in. He's posing, looking for opportunity, but he's not going in, right? He's just now walking away. But he's pressuring bottom high ground tower. And that's the thing, right? Because Hoi has to defend mid. The wave is coming in mid. Hoi has to defend mid as they don't want a wave to come in to mid high ground tower as well. So bottom side is 5v4. And you know, AG is able to leverage this and get high ground tower. And now Charlotte immediately goes to top side, another 4-1, right? But it's not really 4-1 at this point because this is more of a farming. It's not a formation. It's like a farming kind of setup where you have everybody moving towards top side and Jing just taking this opportunity to go back to jungle to clear everything. And look at Jing cleared everything on her camp. And then now the only reason Eno is not able to clear everything is because he doesn't clear jungle that fast, right? And the team is calling. They have the wave set up. They're calling to go pressure top and mid. And let's see how they want to do this. Okay, so Xuanran goes in. They're going for Byron. They do a little bit of skills. Byron have to force the flash. And then now they're going to go for the tower. So it's just purely objective based. No one overstays. They get it. And now look at Charlotte. Charlotte comes to the bottom side and pressure from the bottom side chokehold. The whole goal is to get a mid high ground tower. And they're going to get it without any problem. Charlotte's always standing on the side of the team. So there's a lot of minimap. You just have to look at a minimap. If you want to be a Clash Lane player, you have to be a completely different mindset when you play this game. Completely different mindset. I think this is just, I'm not playing Clash Lane really, right? Like I was a jungler and then if my secondary position, I would love to play mid. Mid is very, very fun in Honor of Kings. But yeah, look at Charlotte one more time. So he's on the side, flanking, right? He's pressuring from the bottom side of the map, constantly going on the bottom side, pushing Kaiser away slightly. Kaiser forced the ult to clear a wave here, and now he's going for Kaiser along with the team. Taking a lot of damage here, and then taking tower aggro, finally dash away. And then they're gonna focus on the top side target. One target at a time. Charlotte did not go overextend, did not go for anyone else, just go for the same target. So that's game 1 for you. And let's take a look at game 2, right? So I just want to give you like a pattern of rotation of what this Clash Laner does. So now Xuan is playing a character called Ma Chao, and it's not available in HoK Global server yet. So I'm not gonna actually watch this game. Once this character come out, we can come back and revisit. But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more character that more games can watch from KPL as well. So let's watch game 3. Game 3, Xuan is playing Cao Cao. This character is coming out soon. It's already available in the Brazil server, I believe. It's just not available in NA. Just a little bit background of this character does. He has 3 dashes, and he has like, as you can see, he has 3 dashes every time he does the dash forward, like, skill, go forward, skill, go forward. And then his ultimate allows him insane amount of lifesteal. Like when he activated, it become really, really strong, really powerful, kind of like Kaiser. But instead of focused on being invincible, he's more focused on just being like a lot of lifesteal when he activate ultimate. So that's what Cao Cao does. But that's like what Cao Cao does when I was playing pro a long time ago. So I don't know if there's anything changed to him. However, Cao Cao's lane sustain and lane presence is really strong. That hasn't changed. And they're using Cao Cao to go against Charlotte. I think it makes sense, right? Charlotte lane sustain, lane presence really strong as well, and Cao Cao should do okay or do well against Charlotte. I don't know who wins exactly, but it seems okay to me, right? So far, it's just laning, but Charlotte does seem to have the upper hand. He's gonna clear this wave, get his level 4 ahead of time, and now looking for more vision, right? Again, in a similar position to Charlotte, where Cao Cao was. And this game right here, you have an Arlie constantly rotating. Now, Arlie and Cai Yan's on the bottom lane, like buddy mode, right? And Cao Cao is gonna rotate to mid. So they're constantly out-rotating. They're constantly, I don't know if this rotation is necessary or is it just to confuse enemy? Because now Cao Cao is rotating to top side. He took the liberty to also get a little bit of minions in the mid lane, right? But it's just a lot of rotation. Now, look, teleportation coming out, and you got, I think the reason why, I remember, like, I don't know if the cast were talking about it, but I don't recognize this marksman. I never played him. This marksman seems pretty strong though. It seems like there's a character called Arathel from ML. Seems like that, right? Because he can all attack while he walks. Seems pretty cool. So probably like a counter to Arlie. And that's why they're always rotating to make sure Arlie have enough room to farm. Along with some sustain, right? The reason why they go in Cai Yan is Cai Yan can give that sustain to Arlie and the defense stats if they decide to dive onto Arlie. So that's the thinking process, I believe, just to help Arlie to get over the early phases of the game. Meanwhile, Cao Cao is not overstaying. He just like staying in his lane. Okay, he activated the ultimate. The ultimate, and let's take a look, right? Look, he just like, the whole goal is just to clear wave. He's not really fighting him. He's using skills on the minion really. But if Charlotte comes in, it hits Charlotte, along with it. So it's like collateral damage. That's about it, right? And Changsheng can do some damage and take the pearl and gets away. So just tank some more stats. So top side, Cao Cao is mostly just mirroring and then going wherever his team goes, or what needs him to go. I wouldn't say going wherever his team goes. Let's see. Okay, that's like, oh, by the way, this is a Flowborn on the rest set on EDGM. Flowborn and EDGM use Flowborn as the jungler in this scenario, right? This is a Flowborn jungle form. I'm really excited for this character because I've seen it in Chinese region. When it first came out, I've seen some ads about it, and it seems really cool, but I never get a chance to play it because I'm already back in the States. And now it's almost going to be available towards later stage of this month. And by the way, guys, make sure to take this opportunity to use the link in the description or QR code on screen to get 20% extra tokens. So when Flowborn comes out, there's going to be a lot of customization that you can acquire. Kind of like playing a role-playing game where you can customize your character. And HoK implemented that into a mobile game. That is just so creative. I think like once you get so good at game design, that's just what happens, right? So you got a Flowborn. I'm really excited for that. So stack your tokens now. The link in the description and QR code. So this way you can get Flowborn with all the customization you need. Cao Cao wave clear. All right. Again, my focus on Cao Cao, right? On Xuan on the Clash laner. So let's see this teleport here. Charlotte comes bottom side to just stop the cannon from taking damage, to give a Ling Yun, to give this character more time to poke the tower, and then they back away. You don't really commit. Now Charlotte's looking for to do something, but Cao Cao is Cao Cao though. He's cutting that wave, and after he cut the wave, he has the prio, and he got teleported. The reason why Cao Cao is not coming, and he can do this, is because Da Qiu's ult. This is such a good way of using macro, right? Using team macro to your advantage. So Cao Cao able to shove the lane. The moment Cao Cao shoves the lane, and it's EDGM is pushing the lane, and AG knows this, right? So Cao Cao immediately shoved the lane, and look at AG. Calls the ultimate for Cao Cao to come in here, and now Cao Cao's in. That's what Cao decided to do. Immediately one flash, and to get a kill onto the Ziya, who has no mobility, right? And now he's pretending to hit the spike tail, but his main goal they're diving this, right? They're diving the bottom side. And he just goes deep. He's gonna go further, throw a skill 2, and his back's away. And by the way, he's doing all that with 120, under 120 heart rate per minute. Look at that. He's not even, I wouldn't say he's not even breathing. He's breathing, but he's not even he's not even shaking. This guy's like, yeah, just another day. I'm just doing my job. Yeah. How do you feel? So I remember after the game interview, he asked, yo, Shuren, how did it feel? Diving onto 3 people, getting 2 kills like that, right? In that exciting moment, don't you feel nervous? Nah, it's just, I was doing this very frequently in my training. And you believe him, right? Because you look at his heart rate. This guy is not excited. He's just calm. His heart rate is very stable. That's so cool, right? He comes top side, but Charlotte got the tower, and Shuren, he's not going in for the one-on-one. He just clears the minion wave and he backs out. Nothing's more important than his farm, right? Chasing Charlotte, most likely might not get anything out of it. Charlotte has a lot of mobility, a lot of sustainability. He just goes for money, bro. I like it. Like a money man, we like that. You have to become a money man when you play Honor of King, right? You have to understand it. Fighting is not good, but obviously in rank is different. In rank, it's all about the TikTok moment, and otherwise it's not exciting. When you play 5-man, however, if you're playing with friends or trio, I think you might have to focus on money, right? But when you play solo queue, yeah. It's gonna be kind of rough. So let's take a look at Cao Cao. He teleported, and by the way, I like this a lot, right? Both sides focus on the Clash Lane portal. They utilize it to the maximum extent. Most people don't realize this portal gives so much playability and then just more dynamics into the game, right? You can see that Charlotte teleported bottom side and Cao Cao immediately followed. He immediately follows, okay, you leaving? Well, yeah, you're not doing that. I'm leaving with you, right? So he teleported immediately after Charlotte to make sure he matches so the bottom tier 1 tower doesn't get pushed. Very, very strong and decisive rotation. His attention is always on the minimap, well, this guy's going, I have to go as well. That's his second nature. Yeah, that stuff is engraved in his playstyle here. Let's take a look at this engage right here. You have already going topside to push the tower. And then, okay, Agron get engaged. I'm gonna continue fighting. Cao Cao, okay, the call is to back away. Yeah, the call is back away. And Agron being as tanky as he is, able to get teleported by Da Qiao safely. So now they come back, and it goes for Chu Chen. And Chu Chen doesn't have that much mobility, so he's gonna get executed by Agron. Wow. So it started off from a chase onto Agron, right? And Agron's able to get teleported away just in time. And the moment when Agron comes back, EDGM decided to fight him. But it's they didn't even decide to fight him. They were not paying attention. Let's take a look at Chu Chen's. Yeah, look at Chu Chen, right? Look at this heart rate. This is the thing though. When you're at 140 heart rate compared to 106, Chu Chen's a lot more nervous on stage compared to Zhongyi, right? Compared to this Agron player. That heart rate is not on the same level. When you're at 140, your heart is racing. It's not racing, but it's its heart rate is going up. The faster your heart rate is, the more likely you can make a mistake, right? Because you're nervous. You're thinking less. When you're thinking, your heart rate is slowing down. When you're breathing more. So over here, he's getting, whoa, look at Agron. Even when he died, he's still sitting at 100 heartbeat per minute. Yo, this guy is not beating. His heart is literally not beating, bro. What is this? Maybe the device is broken. I don't know. Even when Chu Chen died, and died for a good minute already. He died I don't know, 20, 30 seconds ago. Yeah, look, he's sitting at a 140. He's not going down. It's constantly 140. Zhongyi is constantly, when he died, he's heart rate dropped. Look at this, 104, right? He's fighting 4 people, and boom, 98. Good job, Agron. That's awesome. But my focus is gonna be on Shuren, right? So Shuren, he provided as much support he could, and then he couldn't anymore. Now top side is gonna clear the lane. Just clear a lane and now cut the lane, right? To get more lane prio on the far side of the map. Now they do have Da Qiao, so Cao Cao can continue to push. Cao Cao is a split pusher in the game. Late game 1-on-1, no one can win Cao Cao, right? I remember that back in the good old days. I don't know if it's still true, but late game, that's for sure. So let's take a look. Ultimate comes in, and Cao Cao immediately cuts the backline. And he goes for the marksman, he gets it. And he's gonna keep on going, the slow. Okay, that's Radiance, by the way. That's the Radiance being used from Daqiao right there to make sure that to slow, but it's not gonna be enough. Not Daqiao, sorry, the idea. Cao Cao teleported. Let's take a look one more time. Team fight, right? This is being pushed. Cao Cao already have the lane to tier 2 tower, and the Daqiao's ult. Cao Cao is gonna come in, and he decided to take the teleport, and this is where Cao Cao is on the bottom side. He immediately goes to the back line, right? And because when he activate ultimate, he become kind of unkillable when he just goes in and hit multiple targets. And that's exactly what he did. Knowing the enemy team have a lot of squishy targets like Ziya, like the marksman, he just goes for it. 1v3, no problem, and gets a kill and backs away, right? Let's not watch the replay any further. Now, AG, after gaining the advantage, controlling the map, going to the standard 1-4 formation. Who's gonna be the one? Cao Cao's gonna be the one, right? Cao Cao. Let's see, Cao Cao is now coming to top side. And now it's gonna be 5-man pressuring top side, right? Agron using the skill 1. Are they gonna pressure the tower here? Yeah, they couldn't find the opportunity. And that's something that you frequently notice that, you know, KPL team does is they don't force things when they can't. If they can scratch the tower, they will scratch the tower, right? Once they see an opportunity to go for something, they will go for it. Agron comes in, immediately do some damage, and skill 1 back out. Cao Cao now, 1-4 formation. Top side, Cai Yan as well as Arlie, almost unkillable combo. They're just going for tower scratching, and then come back. Let's take a teleport. Cao Cao and Agron immediately comes in, but the target is just going to go for the same one in the back, right? Which is Charlotte. They're not going for anyone else, but yeah, they're not going for anyone else. That was Cao Cao's ultimate. Very, very disciplined. That's the third thing. That's the third tip this game now. I would say fourth, which is Cao Cao is, as Shunan plays, he's like gonna focus on the same target his teammate focus on. So let's take a look at the bottom side execution here. Cao Cao is pushing the tower, he's auto-attacking. All right, they're going on him. Skill 1 gets away. He activates ult. He's really insane on a lifesteal here. And he stays on the side. Just mean he doesn't goes in right away, right? He stays on the side and just skill 1 back out, wait for the teams comes in, and then he fights. And then he teleports away and then confuses that living hell out of the enemy. Damn. This is so goated. He does have Pure Sky. Yeah, he has Pure Sky. So Zhongyi has, the Agron has Blood Rage. Let's take a look at the team fight because they have Blood Rage, have Pure Sky both ready. Look at Cao Cao gets away first, waiting for the team to come in, just stay on the side, doing his auto attack. And then once the team comes in, skill 1, and skill 1 flash. Go for the backline, and he has, again, he activates his Pure Sky and teleports away with sliver of health. Able to get away just in time in the last second. But this is the game in game 2. Wow, what a clean game this is. Let's take a look at game 3. Game 3, Shunan is playing the Dharma. Dharma is more of a team fight kind of character, so it's an extremely good example to learn how to rotate, especially to leverage a character who can team fight. When you play a character like Fuzi or Cao Cao, you're going for the split push, so that's what they did a lot more often. However, they also had a Daqiao, so the combo is like Daqiao and a split push character, kind of like Cao Cao, kind of like Fuzi. And the goal is just, if you're gonna split push, if you're gonna have a lane prio solo by yourself, I can teleport you at any time, right? To the team fight. So even though you're a split pusher, you can still contribute towards the team fight. And you saw Shunan obviously made the best out of it, the way how he takes the teleport at the right time. So top side, let's take a look. 2 minutes, they decided to contest. 3 people going to the top side, bottom side is 1-on-1. Okay, they contest the gold spirit. After they get a gold spirit, you have teleport of the support come to the bottom side, teleport Pei come to the mid lane, continue to farm, and Dharma stays in the lane. This is a Viera, by the way. It's an Arena Valor character. Again, this character came out after I played pro, so I don't know exactly what she does, but it seemed like a cool character though. Let's mostly take a look at Dharma. Right here, there's no vision, right? Okay, obviously mid lane, there's wave clear. After wave clear, you can see Dianwei is kind of rushing top side. And Dharma is just not going to the lane at all. Even though there's a minion here, he's not contesting. Probably this Viera or this character, I don't know what it's going to be called actually when it comes to the global server, is stronger than Dharma in lane in a sense, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure, right? So that's why, but he's playing really cautiously. He's not going to lane. When he knows he cannot fight, he backs away, stay under the tower. And he has no ego for it. It's just because staying under the tower doesn't mean like he's like, oh, you know. Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure, by the way, look at the heart rate monitor. Chu Chen is just a very nervous player. He's constantly sitting at 140 heartbeat per minute. Same as Xiaoying, right? 130-ish. Whereas the entire side of AG, maybe they have gone through some heart rate training or like calm training. Look how calm they are. You know, Shunan has been sitting on 110 for forever. Does it ever go over 140 for him? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this Tyrant fight first of all. So it's a 4v4 to start off. Actually, it's 2 people starting. Thanks to the Wolf, there is HE does get, you know, spotted. So the entire set of EDGMs coming now. Dharma teleported. Let's take a look. So Dharma teleported. He actually rotated towards this drag Tyrant a little bit earlier than the rest side, than his counterpart. And now Zhang Fei with ult. Dharma one flash, push Mai onto the wall and get a kill. So again, he's flanking from the side. He's not going to the bottom side on teleport, going to mid teleport. And after a teleport, the entire set of the teams coming in. Zhang Fei ulted, reverse ulted. That's so interesting. He reverse ulted. He tried to push away Dian Wei, but got Mai as collateral damage. Mai is still stunned right here. And when he is stunned, he's getting like Chen CC'd by Dharma. Very decisive play coming out from Sharon right here, from the Clash laner. And then after you go, and he goes back to the lane, clear the wave, and then teleport towards the bottom side. The reason why there's an invade happening. So, but once you commit to the bottom side, you're gonna lose a lot of pressure on top. Okay, they force the ultimate from the Tai Zhenren, right? I don't know what the character English name is. It's called Tai Zhenren in Chinese server. And then you immediately Sharon cut him from the side, do some damage here, and just walks away. Top tower is lost because of that rotation. So would you say that's a for sure good rotation? I don't know. But Dharma got what he came here for, right? He got a KO and then he went back to his lane. So let's take a look at top side. Look at the team fight. He's sitting on the side. Look at his position. His position is always on the side of the team. He's not committing. He's not going in. He's not getting his position shown. The only time he's getting position shown is when he wave clear in a like kind of still or even lane, I would say, right? Now, in a mid lane push, look at Dharma's position. He's on the side of the wall while his team is pressuring mid. Now he makes sure his team pressuring mid, but he noticed the silence pushing the tower, so immediately you have Dharma going back to the lane. He's not going any further. Meanwhile, bottom side, Viera is teleporting. They try to push the bottom tier too. Can they get it? So EDGM is in control of this game, right? And Dharma cut the lane one more time. Notice that his counterpart is on the bottom lane. No one defending that. Pei is stealing jungle at all at the same time as well. I'm gonna steal the board. No, they decided to defend mid tower. So look at this. They immediately catch this position of Tai Zhenren, right? When he comes up from the resurrection, Dharma goes in for the skill 1, skill 2, gets a kill. This is so decisive. I don't know how they knew channel was in there. They probably just guessed. Take a look. Our Tai is dead. Maybe they just guessed. That one flash is so interesting. How did they know? Is it because there's a wolf in there? No. How did he know? He did one flash into a bush where he had no vision of. He just assumed there are people in there. Very decisive and went for the engage. Because if no one's in there, he just wasted his flash. Right? So there's also luck in it for sure. Right? But other than that, you have to be really knowledgeable to make this intelligent type of guess. Another one flash engage. Look at this. Channel's already sitting close to the bottom side, which is even better for Dharma because he can one flash in the channel. And that's what he did. Very decisive. To give like channel probably half a second to react. Take a look at the bottom side. Yeah, this character is gonna be dead. Sad. That's what Dharma does now, right? Yeah, 4 people on the bottom side taking this Tyrant. Dharma make sure you shove the top lane, get a lane prio, and take a look at this engage. Right? Just when this Clash laner comes in, immediately engage from Shuran. There's no delay. His reaction time, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if you guys ever went to the carnival where sticks dropping from the sky and you just try to catch it. The reaction time on this character, on this player, is so insanely short. He noticed the opportunity, he goes for it. He knows the opportunity, he goes for it. Because you know, he's like very confident in his team's ability to follow up. They're already in position to follow up. They have to focus on engaging. Okay. All right, push. They got Dian Wei killed without Dian Wei able to react for like a millisecond. That's so crazy. Dharma is so much faster than Dian Wei. You know, Dian wasn't paying attention to it. He wasn't expecting him to get knocked up, pushed onto the wall, stunned, and killed like that. And that's it. That's your third game. Guys, what do y'all think about the global #1 Clash laner? Right? Do you think this is helpful on his rotation? Did you understand the few tips that were mentioned? But if you want to be the top tier Clash laner, put it down on your notes, practice in your peak tournament, in your ranked games, and then happy ranking up, happy gaming. With that, Sunday signing off. We'll see you guys in the next one, if there's a next one. Bye for now.